It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So up next this morning, it's time for our car review. And recently, we've been checking out General Motors Chevrolet models. Now, at GM, all of their design, their engineering, and their retail operations are governed by a single-minded goal that they call Find New Roads. And it's this that embraces the spirit of ingenuity at GM that allows for that creativity when it comes to their design and technology, allowing their own customers to find their own new roads. So when it comes to making sense of all this car talk, we've got our guy on the scene, Mr. Ciro. How are you, sir?
Yes, that's me. How are you doing? I'm back pushing the boundaries of stubble on your TV show.
Yeah, you need to catch up to my cleanliness there. But listen, last time that you reviewed the Chevrolet Sonic, you said that you preferred the RS, which is this model we're talking about today.
Exactly. I'm actually really excited that Chev sent this because I think this is one of the best cars in their entire portfolio.
Wow.
So what happened was Chevy had a car called the Aveo, which was a bit... So what they did is they brought the Sonic out, which was so much better, and then they needed a hot version, and that's the one we see here today. So to make it a hot version, they've put a 1.4 turbo motor under the hood. Now that's actually the same motor you get in the Cruise, which we had a few weeks ago. 103 kilowatts, 200 Newton meters. Those are quite healthy power figures.
They are very, very much so, and could rival some of the best in its range of cars.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and what else did they do to kind of spruce it up a little bit?
Okay, cool. So as you can see, it is quite an aggressive looking car. So this whole front bumper is new. That makes it look a lot sportier as well. The car sits a little bit lower. They've actually dropped the suspension by 10 mils. Now Chevrolet say they played around with the suspension a lot to get a good mix of comfort and sporty handling. And I actually think they've done quite well in that respect. And then you get these really cool 17-inch wheels as standard as well. So a lot of kids go out there and buy new cars and then spend a lot of money sprucing them up. This is quite cool because Chevrolet has just done all that for you.
Wow. Okay, so far it sounds like it's ticking all the right boxes. What about the inside of the car?
Okay, so the inside, I think, is where it even gets a little bit better.
Wow,
actually.
check it out.
Now, it starts off, let's see if we can get a good shot of these. So it starts off with these unique seats to the RS. They've got this really, really nice Alcantara trim and leather as well. And look how it's sort of ribbed. It looks like Batman's chest.
Yes.
So those are unique to the RS, and those sort of really add to the sporty character of the car, hugging you when you drive around the corners.
Indeed.
And but it gets even better on the infotainment side.
Oh, okay.
So jump in, let me show you some stuff.
And you now feel Batman's chest against your back. And you hear the voice against your ear. What can you expect inside?
That was quite a good impersonation. Okay, so this is called the Chevrolet MyLink 7-inch infotainment system. Wow. That's not its official name, but it's it's really quite cool. In fact, I think this is one of the best touchscreen infotainment systems on the market. And Chevrolet's been really clever with this. They're putting it in a bunch of their cars to sort of spruce up the interiors. Now, what's really nice is you can Bluetooth or connect via cable to the system. And once you've connected your phone, it'll do cool things like download your phone book, and then you can just talk to it. So you can actually say, call Katlego, and it'll call you. It's obviously got...
Too bad you didn't have my number, so you can't.
It's got a keypad there for you as well, but you can go into your phone book. And then it's got this really cool thing, Smartphone Link, so it uses your phone's internet connection to connect to TuneIn app, so then you can stream internet radio as you drive.
That's brilliant.
Any internet radio from around the world. And of course, if you just want to play some tunes, you select your source, go down to Bluetooth, and there we go. Bit of Alt-J, they were in the country quite recently.
So it's kind of like the full-on service offering of what you want in exactly that infotainment.
Yeah. No, I really do think that's one of the best systems you're going to get. And the thing is, it's completely standard, whereas a lot of this car's rivals don't have touchscreen systems.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Take me through what you think of the finish in terms of the cockpit as you're sitting in it.
Pretty solidly built, I must be honest. I like the little detailing of the RS badges. So there's one on the steering wheel here, there's one on the dials over there. That's really quite nice. They say that this instrument cluster is inspired by a motorbike. So you'll see there's no speedometer. It's actually all digital.
Yes.
It's telling me my range over there, which I quite like. I think in this age of expensive petrol, it's important to know how much fuel you've got left. And then all the controls that you could need, you know, to talk to the system. For instance, it'll let you control Siri on your phone through the steering wheel. Your volume's over there, and you've got cruise control as well from the steering wheel. That's all very cool. These are all big car features in a small car.
Wow. I'm trying to think of what doesn't it offer that you kind of found.
I'll tell you what, let's get out, and I'll tell you the car's price, which you probably want to know.
Yes.
And what it competes against.
Okay, so starting off first, most importantly, if I had to pull out my checkbook right now.
Yes. All right, 231,000 Rand for the Chevy Sonic. Now, that seems like a lot of money for what is essentially a small performance hatchback, but you've also got to remember that in today's day and age, when a Golf GTI costs nearly 400,000 Rand, performance is relative.
Yes, very, very true.
So I really do think that's a well-packaged price, actually. Sorry, well-priced package, rather. And it competes with the Suzuki Swift Sport most directly. In fact, it's its only true rival.
Yeah.
So the Suzuki Swift Sport's also one of my favorite little handlers. I would say the Swift Sport beats this on handling just, but the Swift Sport doesn't have a turbo. So if you live on the reef, this is going to outperform it just a little bit because they're very, very closely matched on power. They're also very, very closely matched on price, but you don't get anything like that MyLink system that I showed you in there on a car like the Swift Sport. So
Indeed.
up to you.
Dude, thank you very much as always.
Thank you,
Appreciate your
Kat.
time. Appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
We'll look forward to another car review when we take a look at another GM Chevrolet model next week. But of course, if you want to find out more, you can visit our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page.
If you think it's sporty on the outside, wait till you see the inside. The limited edition black and white Spark. Make a statement. Chevrolet. Find new roads.